Looks like we're on camera.
We are on camera. Usually we do this kind of stuff just on the podcast, just for the podcast listeners. But we figured we would do this on our YouTube channel. Maybe get some people, give people some vital information that they need. So let's go through a 2024 market update.
And who are they getting the vital information from?
From you.
Oh, good God!
Did you know?
You better check your vitals.
Check your vitals. You're getting some vital information from John.
We are. You got me on the spot here. Okay,
well, let's talk about China then. So China, we talk a lot about that on the podcast. So as far as you know, I mean, and we talked about how China, they're using a lot domestically out there. So we were a little concerned about that. So what are your thoughts on the domestic front in China, and how are the prices and the workforce out there?
Well, the workforce is kind of tough right now. The prices, raw materials are up a little bit, but freight is down, so that's kind of going to offset a little bit. Actually see some cheaper prices. You should be seeing cheaper prices from all your vendors. If you're not, then obviously they're not so quick to lower it and go to me. But yeah, prices have reduced. Raw materials are up a little bit.
So what percentage could people expect prices to be lower? And this is wholesale and retail?
Well, you know, you
does it depend on the product?
Yeah, it depends on retail. You're not going to see much fluctuation, because when you break it down to the piece, freight's not really a big factor. It's in the wholesale prices. But you should see a decrease of at least 10 to 20%, depending on when they got their containers in, when they bought it and stuff. And it basically, you know, we have to go across the board and say, well, we got a dollar cost average, and let's lower this and lower that. Obviously, I don't think anybody wants to hold on to high-priced merchandise, no more than I do. Unfortunately, that's part of the nature of the game. We got a lot of high-priced merchandise in, but now it's time to move it out and
get rid of it.
Get rid of it and move on.
Yeah, FIFO and LIFO. First in, first out. That's right. So prices. So they're down about 10 or 20% now. How much were they up from COVID?
Oh my God! I mean, they're like 40-50%.
So you're still up from pre-COVID, but you're down a little from last year, which is
our container prices are still higher than they were. Then when Trump was president and during the whole before COVID, prices were very reasonable, but they're still up from there, still up over $10,000 what we were used to paying. But
so it's
down from 40,000. You know what I mean? So it's that's cut. The price of freight is cut in half basically. So.
So at the end of the day, if a retailer, a small guy with a tent or whatever, is looking to buy from his wholesaler, he should be expecting to see a reduction in prices from last year.
He should see,
Should see at least 10%.
Yeah.
At least 10%. So look at that.
I would think that's pretty,
good. That's good
pretty
information.
Conservative number. Yeah.
So and the workforce in China, they're.
I mean,
you're getting the stuff on time.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of stuff in already. It's really not so much the workforce; it's a lot of government shutdowns, and the rainy season and Chinese New Year. It's the same every year; it doesn't change. But there's always some type of glitch, whether it be a government shutdown because of a meeting or something always happens. It seems. I think the only for sure thing is something is going to happen. In the production market. Years ago, you never had it. It was always Chinese New Year's coming, but we're going to ship a lot out before. It seems there's a lot more problems, a lot more lost work days now than ever before.
And I feel
that's government.
And I feel like that's the same everywhere. It's the same here in the United States. We were having lunch today at the bank, and the analysts were making a comment like. They have to go work on a Friday. The dread. I'm like, the dread of a 5-day work week. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know where we became the society of people who work 4 days a week and bring your dog everywhere. I don't know what happened.
Yes. You can bring your dog to a baseball game if you want to.
Everywhere. I was in a clothing store, and the girl's walking her dog. I'm like, wow, So naturally, I had to say, I told the lady, I said, I would buy it, but it's got dog hair all over it. I had to do it. I couldn't help myself, But anyways, so we become the society. Nobody wants to work on it. Nobody wants to schedule a meeting on Friday. Friday there's no difference. I don't understand it.
And I can tell you from an old fart like me who works on Fridays, I go to the office on Fridays. But it's getting increasingly harder and harder for me to actually go in on a Friday and be
unproductive.
And be productive because I'm like, why am I here? There's literally no one else. I'll tell you what though, the CEO is there, so that makes me feel good.
Well,
I'm like, well, he's here. I can be here too. And
if I was the CEO, you'd be the last person I lay off. I'd be like, yeah, where's the more guys on Friday?
Get rid of them all. Come back and talk about the specific challenges here in the United States. So, getting it from the water here, getting it over the water to your warehouse is one thing. How is the shipping domestically? Has that gone down?
Shipping domestically has gone down. Gas prices are up, but there's a lot of people who jumped into the shipping. Because I just talked to a couple of my guys that are in trucking, and they said the same thing. Everybody jumped into shipping during COVID, and now you have this influx of drivers, influx of trucks, because the trains weren't running. So right now, despite prices of fuel are way up, and I imagine they're going to go down around, I would say, August, September, right in time for election, so we can prove that something's got done. But I really think that trucking is really lower because so many people are fighting for the jobs right now, fighting for that.
Well, you started a business, you don't want to see it fail. You're going to do what you have to do to keep the lights on.
So it seems like a lot of the, despite fuel going up, we're not seeing fuel surcharges, but we are seeing prices, stay pretty much the same. So.
Okay. And what about inventory? I know your inventory is pretty good, right?
Inventory is strong. Yeah, inventory is real strong. I think it's better to be sitting on a lot of inventory. Obviously, I'm going to say that because I believe in myself. But not
you have the capability of doing it.
You have to. I think you need inventory in today's world because it's just not so fast. You go to Home Depot, you can't get stuff shipped in right away,
Right.
And you go everywhere, nobody's got inventory. Oh, buy online. Well, you can't buy fireworks online like that.
No.
So
you need to have inventory.
And we don't want... there was no prediction of what happened in 2021. Nobody could ever predict that. But, we're still trying to get a handle on our inventory because a lot of it got increased. It was depleted and got increased so fast.
The prices went up.
And it should have taken me years to get to that inventory level. But because people shipped stuff in 2021 that was promised to you in 2020, or was it 2022 and promised you in 2021 season, I should say. Then it came back again double because you got the stuff after July, and then the stuff you ordered in April came again, October, November. You're sitting on double orders.
And yet you still keep ordering stuff. You have a problem. You have a problem. You have a shopping problem.
Yes, I have a shopping problem. But
your staffing.
Sure, I shopped a little bit for myself.
You do, you look good.
Yeah, sure.
Staffing, we talked about on the podcast. Listen to fireworksbrigade.com. Listen to episode 143 just posted. Your staffing issues. We've talked about that. How's the staffing going with regards to the to your warehouse and to? You're in North Dakota. Have you felt pressures for payroll for hourly wages?
Well, yeah. We had Amazon opened up. I gave everybody...
Yeah, not too far, right?
Yeah, not too far. I gave everybody a raise. We had to hire new help. I started them off at a higher money, but I wanted to get a little bit older people in there, older warehouse guys that are going to stick around for a little bit. Before, for years, we worked with a bunch of 16-year-olds, and I was in the warehouse training them, but now times are a little different. We're busier all year long. So... wanted to get some older warehouse guys. When I say older, I'm talking 24, 25, give them a better job and give them some future. And also, we want older guys to stick around a little bit. It's hard to get back to training. At least if we have one or two steady full-time guys, then they can help me train the rest of the guys that come on after May.
And that's in the warehouse, but in the retail store, that's mostly seasonal.
Yeah,
I feel that's easy to get.
2 weeks.
And these girls and these guys or whatever, they can work and they can cram in 10 hours a day for 2 weeks straight. And they'll make bank and then go to the lakes.
Yeah, and go to the
lakes.
That's what
they do.
What they all want to do.
Yeah. So
finding seasonal help for the showroom's not going to be hard. Everything on the iPad system, it's real easy for the young people. They just, let them have their phone every now and then, and it's almost like a Scooby treat for them. Here's your phone, and then that's it.
And this year we got the 4th. It's going to be on a Thursday.
Thursday.
That's a good day of the week.
That's a good day of the week.
People
Very
will go to work Friday
promising.
anyway.
Nobody's going to work on Friday anyways, as we discussed. I think it's a good day, and then we got a great outlook. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I mean,
so you'll be busy that Friday and Saturday.
Friday, Saturday's going to be busy, but then next year's going to be a Friday for it. The following year's going to be a Saturday for it. You got all good, you got
3 years teed up.
3 good years coming up, and that's another reason why I believe you're going to see a shortage of products after this season. If they weren't already ordered, I think you're going to see a shortage. That's why, like I tell you, our cutoff's May 15th. Just hold a container 2-3 weeks, send it then, so it comes in after July.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The domestic market, from what I heard, I guess did play out pretty good. I don't know how they were so geared up for it. I don't know what I'll know more when I get there on Wednesday or Thursday by the time I get there. But I'm not sure how sales were, but their economy's not so great.
No, China's not.
China's economy is not so great. I'm not sure how the domestic market really did. I believe it did fairly well, but there again, when you have so much inventory, what is fairly well?
Yeah, right.
You need a banner year if you got a lot of inventory, and they had a lot of inventory.
We need to see trailing 12 months to see. We need to compare.
Yeah.
Like terms to get that worked out. But yeah, what have you seen any anomaly? I mean, you've obviously shipped a lot to your guys, right? Your wholesale businesses, you're in full swing wholesale.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Has there been any anomaly? Has there been any oh my God, we're selling a crap ton of reloadables, or my God, the 500-gram cakes aren't staying on the shelves? Has there been anything or is there anything conversely that hasn't been shipping?
I haven't really noticed. It's a little bit too early to tell because a lot of our orders come in right after the dealer show.
Right.
And we've been pretty busy all year long, but I know a lot. We'll see more after the dealer show what's really being ordered. Basically they watch it, and then you're going to see what cakes are going to go off the shelf, what is going to go off the shelf. Right. It does seem like a lot of reloadables are doing pretty good sales so far. The big 24 packs has been. Yeah, I don't think nothing's really changed. I just think that a lot of people are out from last year, and they're kind of getting a handle on ordering again.
Did you see that in year to year? Do you notice one year is like, man, we sold way more of something than we usually don't sell?
Yeah, there was a year we hardly sold any reloadables in the retail. And there were years that we didn't sell any rockets. We redid the rocket aisle, and the rockets never sold better.
Marketing.
Yeah, and the reloads seem to be doing much better now. But I really think what is stealing the market is the 500-gram cakes. Our buyers, our loyal buyers are getting older. Our young generation, I don't know if they're into fireworks or not as much as the older generation was, and some of the older generation's kids are still into them. I don't know. Like, you take, for instance, your son. Is he into fireworks? Is he not? He doesn't really care.
He just knows what he gets for free.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not going to go drive and get some.
Yeah, like I say, if you weren't supplying him with some fireworks for $4, they're having a little party here, would he go buy any? Probably not.
No.
So Fargo's a little different. I see a lot of young kids coming in, but that's because their parents are coming in now, and they will probably continue to come in. But I think our loyal buyers are getting older, and naturally they're going to get out of reloads and into more of the 500-gram cakes and a lot of bigger ones. We see a lot of 1-1 cakes coming off the shelves.
Yeah. Well, and if the prices are down, that might help as well.
Yeah.
So what about advice to any your small retailers, guys? What's their advice to them? Shop early, buy early, stock up. How would you do it? How would you set yourself up for this year if you're looking to get ready for a small retailer that doesn't have the capacity to store stuff?
Yeah, well, I've always said if you're a small retailer, which is what I promote, and a lot of people disagree with me, obviously, but those are usually big wholesalers like me who want you to buy more. But I always say to all my small retailers, go with more variety and less quantity. Early bird gets the worm. He comes in, he has 200 items to choose from. The guy comes in on the third, he has 80 items to choose from, but he still has 80 items, versus big quantities of 80 items to begin with. And then you're stuck with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'd rather sell out of things and force them into something else.
Right. At the end of the day, it is still something you like, goes up, makes noise, has colors.
I mean, try not to run out of your staple items. We all agree on that. You don't want to run out of Saturn missile batteries. You don't want to run out of firecrackers and jumping jacks. But those are minuscule items. There's only so many. But when it comes to all the cakes and all the reloads that people like, just flood the shelves, but you don't need all that backup stock. Let that sell out and let them buy something else. And they will.
Good advice. Good advice.
And the reason I say a lot of big wholesalers don't want, because they want to sell you multiple cases of every item.
Yeah.
But you're a small retailer. So, do buy one, get one free. Yeah, great. So you can buy 30 cases instead of 15. But at Starr, I say, man, just buy less. If you really see something going off your shelf really early that you didn't expect and you want to reorder from us, there's still time on the 27th to 28th.
You got guys shipping all the time. Nighttime. They're rolling out.
And we work till 2 a.m. We're back at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
But I agree that small retailers should really focus on having a better variety to keep up with the big stores, but the retail customer doesn't know how many you actually have in the back room. They just see what they see on the shelves.
Yeah, that's good advice. Good advice. So if you're going to compare this year, your outlook for this year compared to like the last 5 years or whatever, is it going to be comparable to 2020, 2021? Is it going to be a big year? Or?
I don't think we're ever going to see 2020. I don't think we'll ever see the horrific side of 2021 either.
That's good.
But I don't see this being a great 4th of July. I see it being a good 4th of July because it's on a Thursday.
Still got inflation.
Will it compare to last time it was on a Thursday, which do we know what year that was? Was that 2017 or 2018?
I can look it up, so I put it on the little screen here.
Yeah. So, look, we see travel is down.
Yeah, inflation is everywhere.
I mean, you got inflation, and not only you have long inflation. You got basically almost 4 years of high prices.
Mm-hmm.
3.5 years of high prices, high gas prices. After COVID, everyone flocked to the airport. They traveled. They spent tons of money on airfare. They spent tons of money on hotels. Everyone trying to get their money back from what they lost during COVID. But now it's been 3.5 years. You see travel down in Cabo San Lucas. You see $400 flights to Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, it's insane.
I mean,
it was $1,100 to fly to Cabo.
Yes, I mean, seriously, if you can only take so much money from the people, and they still got to eat, and they still got to put gas in their car to go to work.
Yeah.
So if they work, so I don't see how anyone has any extra money to buy anything anymore. I certainly don't. I've put a cap on all spending basically because I got to support the company, but. I don't see how people are traveling anywhere, flying anywhere, and I can't see. And then food prices are still high.
Yeah, and inflation.
They haven't lowered any of the food prices. The freight is down on food as well. You don't see any food prices going down. These backyard parties are still going to cost them a ton more money. Now, if we saw food prices go down and you saw firework prices go down, I would have a little higher hopes. Beer is up. Pop is up.
Everything.
So, and I don't know what's taking them so long. Prices are not that high.
No, but
freight prices are down.
I mean, insurance is up. Shipping, everything is up, and the inflation is still around 3.5%. They wanted the benchmark is 2. Yeah. It's been at 3, but the administration will say, well, look, we're reducing inflation, and no, not really. Prices are still 20% higher in the grocery store than what they were, pre-COVID or pre-administration, but that's a whole other thing.
$4.15 for fuel. I mean, and it's been like this for 4 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, $2 a gallon to $4 a gallon, and it's been hovering, and we got as high as $4.85, and I'm even putting 88 in the car.
The lesser.
Well, 85 E85 is some ethanol like your car used to run on. Whatever it had, and then E88 is got 15% ethanol instead of 10, but it's actually a higher octane. So, what do I care? I mean,
it's a lease.
At the end of the day, it's a lease.
Yes.
I mean, if it was really bad for the car, they couldn't sell it, right?
Yeah. Right.
And who am I? A mechanic? 88's available, and 88's higher than 87.
Right.
It sounds like a winner to me. So I paid $3.88 a gallon at Woodman's yesterday.
Not bad.
Yeah. So
not bad. All right. Finally, ProLine. What do we know about ProLine? Do you have any ProLine? You have tons. But anybody can buy it?
Nope.
No, you have to have a ATF license.
Yeah, no, you don't have to have an ATF license, but you should have like what they call a shooter's class or certificate.
How does somebody get that?
You get it through the PGI. And
okay.
There's different organizations out there that you can take it from. I don't know exactly which ones. PGI was the only one that I did. So I'm sure there's some online training, I would imagine, some courses, whatever. I'm not really 100% sure.
But you can't just walk in and buy that off the shelf.
You're not supposed to be able to, but will you see it on the shelves? I don't know. Maybe not at my store you won't, but maybe you will see it. Retailers are buying it. Small retailers are buying it, so I don't know what they're going to do with it. But they also have their little certificate. I mean, I don't know. We're going to see a lot of it used in Class B shows this year.
Yeah.
Save some money. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of people coming in to us, that spend, some money with B, and now they're saying, "Oh, I'm going to take that ProLine. That was great." I think I got to ask Steve if we're going to do a ProLine demo. I'm sure we will. I imagine we might do.
Yeah. You got to do something.
The new items, just like I say, like we did last year. We got a lot of items from other companies that we're going to be shooting as well. But we may not shoot those at a demo show. They might be for our little mini demos we're going to be doing during the season that we're going to be filming too.
Okay.
So we might save some of that. We're going to do like a...
That's right. We're going to do a demo.
We're going to do little mini demos for each company.
Yeah, we definitely.
And then this way, plug everybody, and then everybody gets to see a little bit of some of the new products too as well.
Yeah. So overall recap. If you're a retailer, you should expect to see prices down 10, 15%.
Yep.
Stock up early. It might not be a great year. It's a Thursday and inflation is still high, but according to Johnny Starr, have a
big
not
variety.
Not a big stock up, but a lot of variety.
Yeah, big variety, less quantity. I think it's a good thing to run with. And get your ProLine, because I hear that might be fading away as well.
Oh, you think it's going to be faded out?
Yeah, there's rumors there that they're going to go after the ProLine and stuff, and or they're going to regulate it a different way. But stock up. It's available.
Well, we're looking forward to a good 2024. Thanks to everybody for watching, and
thank you.
Keep listening to the podcast, fireworksbrigade.com, and keep watching these videos. We'll
love
them. We'll see you soon.
See you later.
Starr Fireworks is located right off I-29 at the Wild Rice exit. If the sign out front doesn't say Starr Fireworks, keep driving.